Well, it can. It's going to start with Kerr Kriisa, and Matherin's got to start getting some looks. Tough pass.
Ballo. Again, Kamwa got in the way, but it was put back by Matherin.
One of the better offensive rebounding wings in the college game is Matherin.
James uses the timeout right in front of the Tennessee bench after he got tied up. Arizona's outscored Tennessee by 6 in the second half. They've made it a 7-point game.
The new GMC Sierra with hands-free driving offers the most advanced and luxurious pickup in its class. Yeah, it rocks.
Jimmy Dykes. Jimmy, you said before the game Kennedy Chandler needed a big one tonight for Tennessee. What are you seeing from it?
Well, he's struggling a little bit with his quick decisions with the ball, and Rick Barnes was right in his ear and met him coming to that timeout. And there's nowhere for Kennedy Chandler to go right now other than to play his way through this thing. Yeah, he is an elite level guy, but his decision making in this game tonight has not been at the high winning level that he's capable of. There's not a tougher position to play in the college game than being a point guard for a guy that was hard coaching. But that's exactly why he came to Tennessee. He wants to be outstanding, and he knows Rick Barnes gives him no leeway.
Kamwa has his shot blocked, and Fulkerson down again, and they'll get Koloko for his fourth. Back to Chandler coming into this one. He had scored or assisted on 35% of Tennessee's buckets. Not the same tonight. Tabelis and Koloko each have 4.
Tennessee quicker to the ball for the most part in this game. They've out-rebounded Arizona by 5 or 6. Think about this. Arizona as a team has 27 rebounds in this game. Our guy Shibwe had 28 tonight by himself. Oscar Shibwe had more rebounds tonight as a player than Arizona has as a team so far.
That's
amazing.
3/4 of the way through this game.
This is something.
Shibwe told me before the season started he wanted to average 20 boards a game. I laughed. Perhaps I shouldn't have.
He sold himself short.
Fulkerson's got another one coming his way. Who's the best team in the SEC right now?
In the last 7 days, it's been Kentucky. I thought it was Alabama coming off that Gonzaga-Houston game that I did, but then they stubbed their toe at Memphis and have not looked the same since. Auburn, I think, is in the conversation as well. Tennessee, defensively, they're going to be in every single game, every single night. Just a matter of not where they have enough offense flowing.
Kentucky blew out Western Kentucky in a hastily scheduled game by 35. And Auburn got a win against Murray State, 71-58.
So as true loyal Kentucky fans would do, they're equating their score against Western Kentucky to Louisville's
Of course
score,
they are.
and they're saying they would have beat Louisville by 68.
Well, the good news is a lot of the funds raised tonight go to help tornado victims from primarily the western part of the state, including Mayville, Kentucky. We saw Mayville's finest. Chris Lofton in the building tonight.
Yes.
Matherin drains another. He's got 25.
He's got a little Lofton in him because at times he leans back a little bit on those guarded threes. I keep telling you, he's the one guy that can get Arizona not only right back in this game, but the lead. He's capable of going on a 9-10-0 run himself. 0 in blue. Tough shot.
Kamwa out of the double, and it's rebounded by Matherin.
You don't want to shoot it out of a double. You want to pass it or bounce it out of a double.
Kyer turns the corner. Arizona trying to hang in there, trailing only by 6. But every time Arizona's put something together, Tennessee has answered.
Yeah, Kyer had Matherin on a wide open cut. He didn't see him, but didn't make the right decision.
Balls have missed the last 5, and a foul on Larson.
Can you win the collisions at the rim?
Chandler cramping up now. Arizona cut the lead to 5. Tennessee answered with an 8-0 run. They cut it to 5 again, an 8-1 run. They cut it to 4 and a 7-2 Tennessee run. Hey, did you read the story in The Athletic by Alex Schiffer about how Steve Kerr was going to help with North Korean diplomacy?
I did not.
This came out last week when Obama was in office. One of his advisors pitched to plan to have Steve Kerr go to North Korea and play horse against Kim Jong-un. Now, Kerr knew nothing about this, and they finally asked him about it the other day when the story was unearthed by Alex Schiffer, and he said, you know what, they would probably expect me to let him win because I know what the stories have been about his dad shooting like 65 under on the golf course. He goes, Steve Kerr says, but if that's me, I'm going all out.
Yeah, sure he is.
A Wildcat great, so instead of Steve Kerr going over there, the worm finds his way to North Korea. Not what you expected. Here's Chandler. Got another one coming after working his way through the cramp.
A lot of growth ahead of this kid. He's got a beautiful future about him because he cares. But he's a little bit of a watcher on defense in terms of watching the action instead of always being engaged. His voice has not grown near enough in terms of the lead guard for a top 20 team. Very quiet today in the shoot-around. But you see, watching on film, how much stuff he has to work with in his game.
There's another Kerr, and he turns it over to close the book on Steve Kerr. He was just named this week head coach of Team USA for the World Cup in 23 and the Paris Olympics in 24.
Mark P. Wright now also named as a full-time assistant for that Olympic team.
15 Arizona turnovers. Ziegler at its strip will get a jump ball, will stay with Tennessee.
Rick Barnes has the number 6 team in the country on the ropes. But he's got 2 freshman point guards that he has to have one of them on the floor at all times. And will their decision-making with 9:09 to go allow Tennessee to keep the lead or build the lead? A lot of thoughts going through his mind right now.
Ziegler, the last time out for Tennessee was 8 days ago in USC Upstate. 5 assists, 0 turnovers. Vescovy off the glass.
What a controlled bounce of the ball by Vescovy. I mean, he played to the pace he wanted to play with and got off 2 feet. Made it tough, too. Really, really well done.
10-point lead. Mathurin with the rebound. Tipped by Tennessee. Krisa 1 for 3 from deep in this game.
The ball pressure of Ziegler and Chandler have bothered Kirk Krisa as a shooter. You better stay up into him because 25 and blue's got a good quick trigger.
Pardon me, that was wrong. He's 3 for 8 from 3. Mathurin has it knocked away, and they'll get a foul on pick of all, either James or Vescovy. And that'll be on Santiago Vescovy.
Tom, you look at Mathurin's ability all over the floor. Tommy's done a nice job of inverting his offense, letting this kid get into some post-up situations, often like some flex screen action. He's driven the ball through the nail and the elbows. He's made elevated guarded threes. He's gotten on the offensive glass. And what more do you want from a big wing?
6'6", 210. He showed up tonight for sure. And he goes 1 of 2 from the line. Virginia Tech Duke coming up next. It's the final ACC opener for Mike Krzyzewski.
Rick Barnes has always been terrific at moving your defense from one side of the floor to the other. Not a heavy ball screen guy ever.
Vescovy with the 3 right in front of Kyer.
You cannot let Vescovy kind of dribble dance, rhythm dance that basketball into a shot. I think that's when he's at his best.
Good second half shooting for Vescovy after a horrid first half. Mathurin with the assist to Terry.
Yeah, really under control, wasn't he? Mathurin under pressure.
Never panicked.
No, that's that hard scoring cut I'm talking about that you have to make against Tennessee.
Taken away. 3 on 2. Here's Terry. And he's going to the line. Third on Vescovy, and Dalen Terry scored the last couple of buckets for U of A.
Tommy Lloyd told us, I trust my guys to figure it out within the game. And his guys have figured out in this second half to stay in this thing. They're taking better care of the ball, and now Arizona getting some stuff off their defense.
The rode home for the holidays, where the ultimate driving machine becomes the ultimate cruise through 3 states machine. The ultimate zip around the corner for mom's cooking machine. And even the ultimate we couldn't get out of there any faster machine. Because at BMW, we know every holiday looks different. So we created the ultimate whatever your road home looks like machine. Receive a credit of up to $2,500 through January 3rd.
Domino's new oven-baked dips are so new that we made a new commercial about their newness. Try new flavors like our cheesy marinara, baked apple, or hot and melty 5-cheese with our not new but still delicious twists. Carry out Domino's new oven-baked dips and twist combos or any 3-topping pizzas for $7.99 each.
'Twas the holiday season and joy filled the town, except for Scrooge, with his perma-frown. The gift of a Peloton bike did touch his soul. Riding fast, flowing proud, getting hella swole.
You can do it!
I'm doing it! Was Scrooge a new man? Yeah! Oh, without doubt. When your workout's a joy, it's a joy to work out.
Let's do it for the fans and the stands going crazy. I've been ballin'.
It's NBA Christmas time.
Steffi looking like the MVP and Clay ain't even back.
Durant way downtown. Bang!
Giannis trying to get another chip. He want them back to back. AD and LeBron, they want revenge. They trying to win again.
He's unstoppable.
It's only one wish that I got for Christmas that to win the title. It's only one wish that I got for Christmas that to win the title.
Thousands of years ago, even if you were sitting at the top, you really couldn't count on support. It took centuries for office seating to evolve, but there were some major holes in the design. Then people were inspired to do away with office chairs completely. Yeah, that didn't work. In 2020 came the breakthrough the world has been waiting for. The first ever XHMT heat and massage chair by X-Chair. X-Chair just made history's most comfortable work chair even better by integrating heat and massage into our patented dynamic variable lumbar support. Waves of glorious massage that wake up tired muscles? Yes. Soothing heat that melts away daily tension? You bet. The all-new XHMT massage chair by X-Chair. The future feels good. Upgrade to the ultimate office chair this holiday season with XHMT by X-Chair. Use code TV to get $100 off and a free footrest.
Seth and Zubin in the studio. Up next, Trevor Keels and Duke on ESPN2. Coach.
Trevor Keels is the Derrick Henry of college basketball. He punishes you offensively and defensively. Hard to keep him out of the lane.
Titans play in Nashville. No Derrick Henry right now. Back to Knoxville. Here's Tom.
All right, fellas. 60-52, Tennessee handling Arizona, but the Wildcats, as you'd expect, Jimmy, the team that has offensive potential, not going anywhere.
Well, they've been stuck a little bit. Tennessee's defense has been so good. Just watch how Tennessee loads up to the ball side of the floor. They really are heavy gap protection. And then their closeouts are disciplined, but their heat on the ball has been very impressive. They've heated the ball up and stayed in front of the ball, which is not easy to do.
Dalen Terry gets it to go. All 9 of his coming this half. 4 of the 5 Arizona starters were held scoreless in the first half. Mathurin, the only one who got a bucket. He ended up with 14. They're trying to trap Chandler. Chandler looking for Fulkerson. That was picked up. And he'll stay with Tennessee with a fresh shot clock.
If there's an opportunity to say something to a guy on the other team in this game, it's not being missed very often. It's getting a little chippy. These two teams with a ton of pride and a ton of swagger about them.
Well, Arizona has noticed that Fulkerson has spent more time on the floor than Fries at Powell's, and he picks up a foul from Mathurin, and that's his 4th.
What'd you just say?
Powell's, a bit back from East Tennessee, way up in the mountains at Fulkerson's. It's a great fast food joint. You need
a lot
to go
of French
there.
fries on the floor?
Yeah.
Why would you eat in a place with French fries on the floor?
They spill. It happens. It's a fair question.
You're good for one of those a game. Something I have to go back and watch the film and say, what did he just say?
Mathurin sits with 7-13. He's obviously their main threat. How long do you keep him over there?
Not very long. He's too good of an offensive punch. You can't get all the way to the 4-minute mark. I know that. And now Krisa becomes the option, I think, for Arizona. Option one, anyways. Can you get him free for a shot?
All the Krisa's 9 have come in the second half. Good nice feed. And the jam by Koloko. That's his first bucket.
One of the few times, a handful of times that Arizona's gotten inside the teeth of Tennessee's defense. Draw 2 for an easy drop off. Hard to put Arizona away. A young team that plays with a real maturity about it.
Fulkerson going to work. Well, he got deep, didn't he?
He's been really good against Tennessee, against that Arizona 5-man dropping off of him tonight. He's taken up the slack. He's made spin moves. He's been a good passer. A really good middle third of the floor game by John Fulkerson.
They get Josiah Jordan-James for his second.
All his stuff has been in the middle third of the floor. And Rick Barnes is keeping him there to keep the help from coming in. Very difficult to double team Fulke when he's operating in the middle third. And Tenon White, very productive and very efficient, 17 points on 6 out of 10 from the field.
Kirk Krisa, sophomore from Estonia, who's made a 3 in every game this year. It took him to the second half to find his first triple tonight.
More of a perimeter point guard is how I would describe Krisa. 83 3-point attempts coming in, 27 2-point attempts. Gets to the free throw line less than 2 times per game. But I did Arizona's last game last year at Oregon when Sean Miller had him playing major minutes, and you could see that kid was going to be the real deal.
Five-point Tennessee lead. 6:20 to play. Here's Chandler from the elbow. You like that shot?
You have to take it against that coverage. That's what the defense has given you. And Rick Barnes told Chandler today at the shoot-around, take every one of those tonight that are clean and shoot with confidence.
Kyer throws it in. It's a 2-point game.
A team that completely struggled in the first half from 3, Arizona has lit it up in the second half.
6 of 11 from deep since the break. It's a 12-2 U of A run. Fulkerson. Height advantage. Stripped. Smart play by Terry. And then a loose ball foul.
Tom Fulkerson opened up his body too early that time. Been better off going with a little bit of a shoulder into you with the jump hook that he has. But when he opens up right here and